What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Silos Film Club. We break down the biggest movie news and dive deep into the world of cinema. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about a couple movie news that have been flowing around the last couple weeks, the last couple of days. Today, we're going to be talking about Heat 2. Yes, guys, a sequel that you never knew it was going to happen. Now it's finally in the works with some rumor cast to be announced too as well. They got some from the California state tax breaks. We're also going to be talking about the possible sell Warner Brothers. It is up for sale. There's a lot of movie studio companies out there that do want to buy Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has been thrown around left and right. Poor Warner Brothers Tower because it is so majestic. And also we're going to be talking about of a brand new day set photos. There's set photos that are being leaked left and right all day, every day. But this is one that, we've all kind of had speculations of who this character is going to play. Sadie Sinks, we finally see a behind the set photo of her. Not much to show, but we do have, of her actually on set. A picture of her taken, and we're going to digest the picture and see what are the possible characters that she is playing. And we're also going to be talking about It, Welcome to Derry. Yes, we're talking about It the Clown, Welcome to Derry. It's a show that's going to be streaming on HBO Max. And I guess a lot of movie YouTubers have watched the first 5 episodes. Also, as well as movie critics have watched the first 5 episodes. And they have a lot of great things to talk about. So before we get started with our movie news and talk about all the stuff that I just mentioned, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss a beat on any of the movie news. All right, guys, our very first topic of the day. We're going to be talking about Heat Part 2. There's a lot of things that have been talked about this film. I know a lot of, websites have been talking about that it was in talks. Adam Driver was going to be attached to the project. But they were having problems with budgeting and stuff like that. And then we started hearing rumors, that it wasn't gonna happen, that it was gonna happen, and then we started hearing rumors about cast. Leo's gonna be attached to it. Then more names started to get thrown around, like Austin Butler, and also Bradley Cooper was another name that was thrown around. But it kind of seems like things are being in the works. I think it pretty much got green lit. That from Warner Brothers Studios, Heat 2 is actually officially greenlit. They have not announced a real cast of actors that are going to be in the film. I do believe a lot of this cast is going to be true, especially Adam Driver. Adam Driver did that film with Michael Mann, the Ferrari film, which I did not watch, to be honest, guys. But I'm going to give you guys the report from Hollywood Reporter. Heat 2 is on. Michael Mann crime drama moves from Warner Brothers to United Artists. Jerry Bruckheimer, Scott Stuber producing. I thought it was going to be Warner Brothers. That's what I had read, but no, it's going to be United Artistry. Let's scroll down a little bit down. United Artists, the Amazon MGM Studio division is in talks to pick up the project from Warner Brothers after the latter let the movies be shot in August when it was unable to agree with Mann on the budget. Hollywood vets Jerry Bruckheimer. I cannot say that last name. We'll just call him Jerry. Known for high-octane action thrillers, Top Gun movies. Scott Stuber, who ran film for Netflix, is tied to UA, which is United Artists, and have aborted the project. Producers Mann and Stuber's partner Nick Nisbet are also producing it. The crime thriller is coming with plenty of Hollywood heat. Is Bevy A-list actors have been mentioned connections with the project, with Leonardo DiCaprio circulating. Other actors whose names have surfaced include Austin Butler, Adam Driver, Bradley Cooper. However, no offers have been made to the talent. Let any actors have signed any kind of deals. Mann's Heat starred Al Pacino's Harden's Los Angeles cop named Vincent Hanna, who is ignoring the deterioration of his personal life, is obsessed with tracking down criminal Neil McCauley, Robert De Niro's character, who wants to pull off one of the heists before retiring. The cast also included Val Kilmer, Ashley Judd, so on and so forth. The movie proved to have a lasting impact over filmmakers' pop culture big legacy over the decade as cinema classic. A sequel, he began as a slow burn with Michael Mann's release to the 2021 crime novel Heat 2, co-written with author Meg Gardner, which became #1 in the New York Times sellers. Also acting both prequels and sequels, sprawling Heat 2 story is set in several timelines. One follows younger McCollany, his crew, pulling off during heists, living his life. Another tells of what happened to I can't say their name, the lovelorn thief played by Val Kilmer in the 1995 movies. In the aftermath, the first movie, climatic robbery and his multi-year quest to reunite with a former girlfriend. Long story short, guys, yeah, this is in the works. Not confirmed that Austin Butler, Leo, Bradley are going to be in it. I do believe Adam Driver for sure is going to be in it. If I guess it's based off the, book Heat 2, which I might just pick up and read. I haven't read a book in such a long time, and that's one of my to-do lists that I want to do. But Heat Part 2, pretty much, I guess, different timelines follows, Robert De Niro's character and also Al Pacino's character. If you guys never seen Heat, it is all-time classic. It paved the way for a lot of crime movies. That and The Town are my two favorite, bank robbery movies. To me, the best bank robbery movies ever. Great movie. But yeah, the cast is pretty stacked. If they go back and forth, I would almost guess Leo is going to be playing Robert De Niro's character. Adam Driver is going to be playing Al Pacino's character. And then we're going to have, because I think, Austin Butler has that look of Val Kilmer, and then I'm not sure who Bradley Cooper is going to be playing. But if this is a thing, man, if the script is good, I would definitely be very excited for this film Heat 2. The cast is stacked. I can't wait to hear more about it. Hopefully they do get all the cast. If they don't, they start getting all these other actors that no one's ever really heard of and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a big bummer because I think this Michael Mann has not have a good track record the last couple films. But overall, guys, what do you guys think about Heat Part 2? Are you guys excited for this announcement, or do you guys feel like sequels, prequels are becoming to be a big of a burner? Alright, guys, we're also going to be talking about It, Welcome to Derry. This series is pretty much going to be a sort of a prequel. If you guys don't remember Derry, the It kind of, the It mythology, he comes out, I think it's exactly every 25 or 26 years he comes out. He's a shapeshifter. He comes out and torments the city of Derry. So pretty much It, Welcome to Derry is going to be a series. It's still produced by Andy Muschietti. I think he's going to direct a lot of the episodes, which he did in part 1 and 2. I'm a big fan of the first one. The second one, I'm like whatever about. I think I've only watched it once as it came out. And then he also did the Flash movie, which I thought was a very well put together movie. A couple, creative choices that I didn't like, and the CGI, that doesn't make a movie great or not. But overall, I think the movie is great. I think he's a great director. But I'm gonna give you guys a synopsis of It, Welcome to Derry. It's got very good reviews. That's what we're gonna be talking about right now. But I'm gonna give you guys a synopsis. It, Welcome to Derry is a prequel series set in 1962 that expands on the town's history and the cosmic entity influence, focusing on the arrival of the Helen family and the unfolding of Pennywise cycling terror. The plot follows a new set of children who are being tormented by the entity, and also involves Major Leroy Hanlon, who alongside his son Will investigates the disappearances. The series weaves together supernatural horror with real world evils, like the destruction of the Black Spot, a local club for black soldiers, will be a central event. Okay, so this is going to take time in 1962. Do not be mad at me. I'm not good with history, but I think this is during the civil rights movement. I think this is very great. I think, it's going to be very good. If you guys don't know who the Hanlon family is, I believe that is, I forgot the kid's name, but one of the characters of the first It movie, and he is going to be, they're going to follow, I think, his grandparents, and then if you guys don't remember, his parents in the movie got killed in a fire, and it was being raised by his grandma. Oh, I think it was his grandma. Okay, this is all coming together now. But yeah, guys, I guess a lot of the reviews have been coming out. A lot of YouTubers and movie critics have seen the first 5 episodes, which is very good, very telling for a production company or a movie studio. My apologies, movie studio, to release it ahead, because it has they have good belief in it. Hopefully people do watch it, because a lot of people did not watch Alien Earth, and I thought this was awesome. So I'm gonna read some of the reviews of of the It Welcome to Derry. A lot of them on Rotten Tomatoes. You can read them for yourself, but let's read them together. All right, guys. It took me a while to find the reviews for some reason, but we'll get it. There's some negatives and positives. It's sitting right now, I think, at 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. So let's get to the first one. For Marco Vito Otto. Part of the series potentially squanders by its attempt to go bigger all the time. Alberto Carlos, beyond my grips with the story, which could be improved. All in all, I'm pretty sure that It Welcome to Derry is a treat for those who have missed Pennywise slain. Okay, let's get to a bad one, because there's some bad ones. By the time that Pennywise shows up in the signature clown's disguise, Welcome to Derry was already long since telegraphed on how it's all going to end, exhausting to exhaust his ability to conjure up anything but a mighty genuinely take you by surprise. So it's pretty much very predictable. It's a lot of good reviews though. The show makes a very bold decision early on and aims to viewers full unsafe, and it pays off while young actors on screen chemistry doesn't quite match up the levels seen in the 1990s miniseries or features film. It remains convincing. Expanding on this, that was from Melissa Hannon. This is from Zach Pope. This is Zach Pope Reviews. He's actually pretty known. Expanding on everything you loved about the It films, more lore, twists, creations, and even more haunting tales from Derry by exploring all of the series breathes eerie new life into the King's New World. Even if it takes a bit to find its rhythm. Let's get to another one. Grace Grandoff. I know a lot of people don't like Grace Grandoff. I do. She's cool. I like watching her. This new It prequel is to his horror what The Boys is to superheroes. Shocking, but also intriguing. This new series not only makes excellent use of the history of Stephen King's Derry, but his other works too. An excellent production from top to bottom. That's pretty cool, guys. I don't want to read more. I don't want to take much of your time. You guys can read more if you guys like. There's some more negative ones too. But pretty much it's saying, like, I've actually, before, doing my, my news today, I did a little bit of research because I started seeing more about Derry when it was coming out, about Welcome to Derry. And I was watching some videos. Grace saw another IGN watching. They're saying it's pretty cool because very gruesome, it's very disturbing, and it goes full on kind of bloody, and is very well put together. And I think if you're a big kind of Stephen King horror kind of fan, I think this is up your alley. And I think if you're just waiting to see more of that what's it called, of just that just It the clown chasing these kids and these kids trying to figure out what's going on, I think this is gonna be something where it's not gonna be for you. I think it's gonna be very historic too as well, because it does take place in the 60s. I think they're gonna do is that's gonna be it's gonna be very well done. I can't wait to watch It Welcome to Derry. Now that the reviews have come out, I'm very excited for this. First, I was 50-50 on it. I watched the trailers. They didn't do a reaction to it, but very excited for this now. I guys, especially around it comes around Stranger Things, so it's gonna be battling that, and as well it's around the Halloween season. So I think it'll do pretty decent. But let me know what you guys think about It Welcome to Derry. Does this entice your excitement for the show, or you're still like whatever about this series? And I also heard, before we get ahead, before I forget, they're gonna do a second season that's gonna take place 20 something years prior, and I think they're gonna do 3 seasons, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. They entwine them all together. But now, guys, we're gonna be talking about Warner Brothers and how it's getting sold, bought, passed down, around, flipped, just like houses, how people buy and flip houses. This is pretty much what you do with businesses. You buy them at a low price, you fix them up, you beautify them, and then you make them nice and pretty so you can sell them to the next company for more money. And then this is what Warner Brothers is doing. I have seen a lot of stuff about it, about, Netflix is trying to buy it, Apple's trying to, buy it too as well. But I've seen a whole bunch of things about it, but I then I also saw some things that Netflix wasn't gonna buy it. But let me get into the Hollywood Reporter. I'm gonna get a nice little article, so I'm just not talking all over the place. Pretty much the Hollywood Reporter has been, keeping up with this. They're reliable trade, of course. Everyone is a Hollywood Reporter. But pretty much I'm reading to you guys what they have to say. Warner Brothers Discovery is up for sale. All as multiple parties circle. Sounds like Warner Brothers Discovery is up for sale after all. We have heard that they were going to be, they weren't, and then Paramount made an offer, they denied it. Amidst rolling reports of bidding interest by Paramount Global, the Warner Brothers Discovery Board of Directors says it has initiated a review of strategic alternatives to maximize shareholders' value. That's the first acknowledgement of a for sale sign hanging from, it's metaphorical for sale sign hanging from the iconic Warner Brothers water tower. That makes me kind of sad to think about. In a press release on Tuesday morning, the Warner Brothers Discovery Board of Directors said it's received an insulated interest from multiple parties and is listening. Strategic options include continuing with the previously announced split and spin, NBCU Universal and Versant, a transaction for the entire company, or separate transaction for its Warner Brothers or Discovery Global businesses. There's even a potential for an alternative separation structure that would enable merger of Warner Bros. And spin-off of Discovery Global to our shareholders. Basically, it's all on the table. We continue to make important strides to position our business to succeed in today's involving media language by advancing in the strategic initiative, returning studios to industry leadership and scaling HBO Max globally. David Zaslav, the president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, saying in the statement, we took bold steps of preparing separate the company into two distinct leading media companies, Warner Brothers and Discovery Global, because we strongly believe this was the best path forward. I honestly do think this is a lot of business savvy CEOs talking shareholders and stocks and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure what all of this means, but I think they can sell it as a whole. If you guys don't know, previously it was owned by AT&T, which they did a horrible job with them. Then Discovery, that owns a lot of channels, Discovery Channel, they own a lot of cooking shows, home improvement shows and stuff like that. They bought it. They brought James Gunn. They tightened it up. They made a lot of money this year. A lot of L's. I mean, a lot of W's. I think the only film that didn't make money was One Battle After Another. But even that is going to win them, or at least nominate them for some Oscars to put them up there to be a prestigious, movie company that they are. I honestly do think they are going to sell it. Hopefully it doesn't affect the DCU with James Gunn and then this whole Zack Snyder thing that everyone's talking about to reboot it. I think they should just put that in the past. If you guys, it's just too much stuff. You need to move forward now from the past. But dude, if I can have it my way, and I can have one movie company buy it, to me, I honestly don't think they're even going to be interested because they have a lot going on. Universal Studios should buy it, especially because they own like Universal Studios theme park. I think it would be great. I keep hearing or seeing that Netflix was interested, which I think that would be a total low blow to Warner Brothers, because Netflix, even with their films like the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein, is going to be a limited release in theaters. Knives Out, same thing. Also, what other film? They did a couple of those films that they can do limited release, but instead of doing what other streaming services like Apple TV would be a great one for them to do, they should do theatrical run, how they're 45 to 90 days or whatever, and then you try to sell it on streaming, get money out of it, and then put it on Netflix, and then you own that for streaming only. That would be my best thing to do if I was Netflix, but Netflix doesn't work like that. All they care is people being on their platform. And also, what would they do? They would just get rid of HBO Max, which I think is a dumb idea. HBO Max is way light years beyond Netflix. Come on, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, you name it, guys. I mean, that's just saying the few, the Penguin, and all that stuff. And what would they do with the entire DC catalog? Would they get rid of James Gunn, bring their own people, do a whole bunch of streaming TV service, streaming movies and shows instead of theatrical releases, and that would piss a lot of directors off. Apple TV will be a great one too as well. They're into theatrical release. They just did that Formula One movie and they got money behind it too as well. And then another one's Paramount Plus. They're pretty good. They did, like, Top Gun Maverick. They own the Sonic movies. They have a decent catalog. But yeah, guys, who would you guys want for Warner Brothers to get picked up by? If they do sell it, I don't know who's gonna pick it up, guys. I didn't really say who was the top, interest and whatnot. But yeah, that is Warner Brothers is up for sale. This for sale sign is up front, and yeah, someone else is gonna take it over. Like I said about Universal, though, they do have the theme park. They can do a lot with DC there. Do with Gotham City and Metropolis City in there. Because Six Flags, I thought they were gonna close it down because no one really goes to Six Flags anymore. But they should do a lot more where it's more immersive than just riding on roller coasters, But yeah, guys, what do you guys think about the Warner Brothers being sold? Now let's talk about our next topic. Everyone's been trying to figure out the plot. Who's in Spider-Man Brand New Day? We know Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is in it. We all know the Punisher's in it. And Sadie Sinks is in it, but we had no idea of what character she's going to be playing. And now, guys, we do finally have a set photo of her and on the set with the director. But she is fully covered. She is actually wearing a coat, which a lot of actors wear over, so you don't see, especially in these big budget movies, so you don't see what they are wearing. But everyone is digesting what she is wearing. This is the first actual image of her, and I'm gonna kind of zoom in on what everyone's talking about. So you see the picture, you see her in the picture, she's wearing her coat, and then you start to zoom in at the bottom. You start to see this army kind of, let me zoom out, army kind of boots. Those are combat boots with the army pattern. Oh, unless those are flowers. Dude, we might have this all wrong right there where I'm putting my, I don't know, but it looks a lot like combat kind of boots and pants. Those, I think that's exactly what they look like. But now that I started to zoom in, they do look like flowers. And I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of what this can mean. A lot of people starting to speculate, all of us, what we started to do. She might be one of Punisher's sidekick, named Rachel Cole. I actually was not too familiar with her. I've heard about her. I've seen her in the comic books, but never dove deep. Rachel Cole is pretty much a kind of like a female kind of version of the Punisher. She is she's an ex-Marine Corps, or ex-Marine, became a vigilante. She's actually seeking revenge. After her husband was killed by an exchange, she adopted the alias of Lady Punisher and partnered with the Punisher, becoming a companion to him. Her story involves leaving military services, marrying, and then seeking vengeance for her husband's death after his murders. The trigger incident, her husband was killed what was believed to be a gang war, but was actually set up, orchestrated by criminal organized called the Exchange. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. How she became to be. Everyone has a sad story, very similar to the Punisher, but that's what a lot of people are saying that she's going to be. That'd be pretty cool. Dude, now that I zoomed in, it looks like she's wearing flowers, but you know what, man? This is what we like to do: dive deep, digest, and try to rule out any possibility. But I think it can be anything. What do you guys think that Sadie Sink's character is gonna be? Man, I actually don't really like the idea of her being the sidekick of the Punisher. I think she should be somewhat of a love interest of Peter Parker. Peter Parker, and become her own kind of superhero. I'm not too sure, guys. So yeah, but that is it for my movie news. Let me know what you guys think of everything I talked about today. If you guys want to tune into more of my movie news, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button. Thank you guys for clicking on my channel. I will see you guys next time. Peace.